We all know how to drill tunnels with Create. It's simple. You take a card contraption, put some drills, storage, deployers, and you are good to go. But what's the next step from here if you want proper tunnels? Welcome back everyone to the Foundry SMP. As with any server, at some point you want to link your base to the others. And here I live quite far from everyone, so I needed a tunnel. And if you know me, I know a thing or two about tunnel builders. 3 years ago I made my original design that was able to build tunnels with a pretty cool pattern, and it could turn also. But at the time, I bashed my head for hours trying to make it drill as it goes. Turns out I'm pretty sure it's impossible to build a design that can both drill and turn. At the time, I said I was gonna make a version that can drill, and well, apparently that was 3 years ago. Oops. But now, we have new option with Create 6. You will see. So, how does it work? There are two parts here, the drilling and the building. The drilling is not too bad to figure out, it's just an engine that does steps. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this type of engine has two parts, one that pushes and the second that pulls the first part. It's very similar to Slime Block Flying Machine, but with Create. This specific engine is what I call an hybrid engine, using gun tree and a piston to get the advantages of both. It may happen to be one of the smallest max speed engine I ever made, but that's just a coincidence. You will find a schematic for it in description. All you need to do for a step is to send a signal with this channel. It can drill and be turned around since it works in all directions, but it doesn't have turning included, it's not needed here. And since it's not actually a drill that collects stuff, we are just gonna burn it all. And that part is done. Now onto the building aspect. Let's say I want to place a block every 5 blocks. With a stepping engine, it's very simple. Just give the deployer just one item every step. And now, if I want to do like a row of block, I just repeat with the right amount of items every time. And to scale it up, we can use packages instead. That's the next chapter. Packages. So let's figure out this road pattern. A step is 6 blocks long. So we can use the inventory to do the counting and we get a package. But a filter doesn't force the order of blocks being placed. So here it failed because it used the black concrete first and then switched to the yellow one. Since the first thing we want to place is the yellow concrete, we need it in first place in the storage. This is what determines the order. So with this fixed, it works. Later we are gonna use Redstone Requester to build these packages, and they also respect the order of blocks, so it will work just fine. And as you can see, we now have Lost Highway by David Lynch. Okay, so one of the strong points here is that it can space out light sources. It's something I did already with my old tunnel builder, but differently. Basically, half of a stepping engine can obstruct the placement of the other half. It's useful, so I mention it, but it can be complicated, so I'm not gonna use it here. Alright, let's think about it. We have everything to make any type of pattern builder now. The road isn't different from a tunnel, so let's go to the actual tunnel builder and make it work. Here is the content of the package for one step. And of course, with what we learned, this tunnel design can be changed if you modify the filters on the deployer to fit your needs, and then adapt the packages. So first I fill up the bolt with the packages we prepared. Each package will do one step. And to launch it, I put the last package here directly, and it starts digging and building. Now tell me in the comment, what would you do with this concept? Maybe a tunnel with only one rail isn't enough, so you make it larger, but you could also do anything that isn't even a tunnel. Also, please, if you like learning cool create stuff that's not really explained anywhere else, consider subscribing, as this kind of videos is a ton of work. And welcome back everyone to the Foundry SMP. We're back here. It has been a while since the last clips, but here it is. Here it is. I made the tunnel. It's 1,000 blocks long, which is a lot. I wouldn't have done it by hand. Not at all. So yeah, the contraption did work. I did make a little train just to move around, but it's not a good looking train at all. And yeah, you see, it's very big. Like, it doesn't end and it doesn't load also. Oh yeah, there is also this part. I'm working on it, but if we look out, it's in an open area, so we can do something here. And here it is. That's the tunnel builder. Yeah, it was really useful here. And this thing is not done. I can reuse it. I can move it around. I just pick it up from the front part with a minecart contraption. I can pick it up and move it to somewhere else, so we can do other tunnels on the server. And maybe a second tunnel right on the side of it. It's not ideal to only have one train tracks. For now it's fine because I'm the only train on the system, but at one point I imagine it could be a problem. There is this little joke I have with the server, is that I play on the server, I do stuff and I just don't show it in video. It has been a while and I've done a lot of stuff and I just don't show it in video. So I think it's an opportunity. It's going pretty well, but as you can see, it's not finished at all. It's open everywhere. But the idea is a little weird, I admit. One part of it is a castle, and the second part of it is like a train station, and then you have some weird architecture. So it's not really clear what I'm doing, but in the back part I want a pretty normal castle. So I will try my best to do that. And over there we have a shop area, so other people can come by, and as you can see I have this. What is this? We have a mod to make photography and to develop them. And I made a machine that automatically develops the films into pictures. So I can have pictures, put them into frames, and I have a bunch more actually. Let me show you. Did try to do some cool stuff with shaders, and as you can see it's pretty low resolution, but it's fun. I like it. And you can put them into frames. Also, yes, the mode is called exposure. So you have a camera, you have film, and you can develop it. there is a lot of things, and I like my little machine that automatically develops the film. But as you can see, yeah, you can take pictures. Here is the tunnel, and you can put them on the walls, which looks very cool to me. I really like it. So yeah, there is another one here. It's nice. It's and this one too. This is maybe a bit small. And I do have this enchantment setup, and I do like it quite a lot. There is auto refilling barrels over there, and there is this guy. It's set to only show stuff that I care about for enchanting, and if I ask for something, it's delivered over there. It does take a little bit of time because the storage is far away. Also, I think it disconnected. Yeah, let me fix that. Yeah, the storage does have an issue about disconnecting. I'm not sure what to do about it yet. I'm gonna try to find a solution. But yeah, you can see we get the book and we can send it back to the storage from there. So this is linked to the storage we have here. Yeah, we have a bit more volts, and it's getting pretty full already. So I may have to do a second row, but that's my staircase. So that's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna try to find a way. We have this big wall with everything we craft. It's not a lot yet, but it is very useful stuff. And also I use it to get the blocks I needed for the tunnel. So I was crafting automatically a lot of stuff. Okay, so I finished the outside of the tunnel because it was pretty rough. I think it's a bit better. It's not great, but it's nice. We still have one thing to do, and it's to explain how to input the packages into the tunnel builder. So first you need a basic storage system with packages. I made a pretty bad one here, but I'm gonna link my pretty recent video about storage. It's a really neat starting point for any good storage system if you don't have one already. To make packages that strictly have the exact amount of item, it's not complicated. We are gonna use a redstone requester, but there is a catch. You can't just request the packages directly. We need to repackage them, so that it's not ending up split in multiple ones. Since one step equals one package, they need to be complete. Here are the steps. First, we need a frog port as the input, a middle storage to wait for the packages, a repackager, and then we want to count the packages so we know how many steps we are gonna do. And finally, we drop the packages in the tunnel builder. Right, I think we have everything, so I'm gonna test. Here is the counting part. Over there, we are gonna put 5 items, so we do 5 packages. And to start it, we just want to click, so request everything. As you can see, it's gonna take everything, which may take a while. And when it's ready, yep, it's gonna make one package only. So it's gonna do its thing. Let's see. Over there we have the dropper that can trigger to start the machine. As you can see, yeah, we should have 2. And at the end we should have 5 of them. I'm gonna put the schematic for this counter. It's very ugly. It's not well made, but it works. So I think it's fine. And we have 5 packages. Very cool. So when you want to start it, you take one package out, and the idea is to put it over there to start. But first we want to get rid of all of this. Even this. Okay, And I think we are good. It's gonna make 5 steps. It's a bit laggy at first, but it should be fine. Yeah. And yep, it did 5 steps exactly. From any storage system. Also, there is something to think about. On the requester, make sure to click for the must send all items. You don't want it to allow partial orders, it will break. Okay, so one last thing is that I'm gonna show you how to print it from the schematic. So first we print the schematic, then we're gonna take a few lava buckets because we need them to void items. We are not gonna keep anything that is drilled. And then something very important is to click the contraption controls. There are 2 of them on the tunnel builder. One is to avoid the funnels from working when it's moving, and the second is to avoid the dropper from working when it's moving. If you forget to do that, it's gonna spill out all your packages and it's a mess. Then we need to update the 2 windmill bearings so we can power the whole machine. We are pretty much good to go. One last thing is that I'm gonna give you a schematic for the package counter. It's not a complete schematic, it's a bit of a mess, but don't worry, it's not complicated. First you need to place it right, and then you're gonna need a few blocks to support the floating comparator. Then you need to activate the repackager with a lever. You also need to replace the frog part to the chain, so you are gonna have to put the name again. And the last thing is very annoying, it's the redstone requester. It's not gonna be linked to your storage system. In Creative, you can use Ctrl plus middle click to copy it and link it, but in Survival that won't work, sadly. Alright, and that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. Please consider subscribing. This video took a while. Like, I started back in September. I was talking with Kicsivazz and we played around with the tunnel idea. And yeah, we are in February. Oops. I mean, it's out now. It's out. Enjoy. Bye bye. See you next time.